tonight was also a game-time decision. You see him there on the field at the Faceoff X, ready to go. He is going to have to gut this one out tonight because Gable Braun, the backup Fogo, he is out, also did not dress. So Virginia needs Lasalla because that's Quinnipiac's strength with Dimitri George.
Yeah, Dimitri George, one of the best face-off men in the country, won 20 of 29 last week. One of two keys to an upset victory is the face-off position.
George and Quinnipiac in the road, navy and gold. Petey Lasalla in the home white. It'll be Lasalla in Virginia that start with the ball to get us started under the lights in Charlottesville.
1-0 start.
And we've talked a lot about the quick turnaround that Virginia faces after that 9-goal loss to Duke on Thursday. And a lot was made about Adler and his 20 saves. As Quinnipiac gives it away, great opportunity for Virginia, another save, but the follow goes Connor Schellenberger. Since Lars Tiffany has come in 6 years ago, Virginia has been so effective with that 10-man ride, so aggressive.
With the high-to-high release near side, the great individual effort to get his second of the contest.
You know, Matt, on Thursday, Schellenberger's first game of the season without a goal. 48 hours later, he's got 2 in the opening 4 minutes. Talk about setting the tone. That's exactly what you want from your best player.
Yeah, I don't think he probably slept too well. Offensive player.
It cashes in on the extra man opportunity, gives Virginia a 3-1 lead where he has scored all 3 of those goals. The Connor Schellenberger show under the lights here at Charlottesville.
Jeff Connor is a player that the Cavaliers need to get going. He had a hat trick or 4 goals in the national championship game last year. He's battled some injuries, but he's such a dynamic player all over the field. They need more from him. He needs to find his groove.
He should have taken 7. Stranded for a night in Baltimore. Obviously a trip they'll never forget, getting to play Virginia. But boy, you feel for the Quinnipiac team that the travel wasn't a little smoother, Matt.
I had the injury bug in common with Virginia and the travel issue. He's a matchup nightmare, but I'd like to see him take the next step here because Virginia needs more out of the midfield production.
And we've talked a lot about injuries. How about Petey Lasalla? For the last 2 games, Virginia really didn't think he was going to be able to play. But head coach Lars Tiffany called Lasalla an absolute warrior who wants to compete next Adler and Duke on Thursday.
Yeah, they played a great first quarter there. They played team offense. Schellenberger, their superstar, got them off to a quick start with 3 straight goals to get them going.
A terrific goal by a leader, a veteran, a senior, and Will Abbott to pull the Bobcats back within 4. Lasalla continues to dominate at to start.
3-quarter bounce shot. Xander Dixon is a smooth, talented player.
The season. Petey Lasalla continuing to make easy work of Dimitri George. And George is no slouch. You're 60% at the Faceoff X this season. He was 74.
Get it top portion of the cage when you're on the run. Oftentimes the tendency is to put it at the foot of the goalkeeper, but Simmons did a nice job there.
Lasalla, errant pass, but scooped it to himself.
21st goal in the season for Dixon.
Lasalla's now won 13 of 15. As dominant as you could get. A Quinnipiac.
Hands, good vision. He's a starting attackman on most teams. Vision. He's a starting attackman on most teams.
And you said it best, Matt. This is a great opportunity for
these players are going to play hard no matter what, but I think the tendency is to get maybe a little careless as you start to pull away in a matchup like this.
If you're wondering why Lasalla is still out there and why in a 12-goal game you wouldn't let the backup Gable Braun give Lasalla, who's battling through injuries here. Braun is out in street clothes. Yeah, you feel for this Quinnipiac team because Mason Poli's group certainly has their work cut out for him with a second half still left in this one.
Yeah, and they tried to change it up there at the face-off. Jared Davis, number 22, taking the draw against Petey Lasalla. But to be elite, you have to be able to stretch the field, especially if you're playing in the midfield. Maybe the most dangerous team in that. Cornell, to me, very, very good team, but I don't know if they have the athletes, and so it's going to be interesting to see how this unfolds, right? Because I could see Ohio State dropping out and Duke moving into the top 10.
Notre Dame, North Carolina, again, according to Lacrosse Reference, they've got a lot of work to do, 28%, 22% respectively.
And they have the games to win, right? I mean, Notre Dame's a team that started the season losing 3 or 4 championship that will not make that tournament.
Do we subscribe to it's Maryland and everybody else, that we can have fun talking about ACC, Big Ten, Ivy League, but at the end of the day, this Maryland team's too special and they will roll to the national championship?
What a shot from Paul Rodriguez.
Yeah, this is where you really get to see a program like Virginia, the spoiled of riches they have with the depth.
College game, a little bit more kind of fast tempo, one-on-one type lacrosse, and he's just a big physical athlete. So it's hard to make those rosters. There's so many talented players at the next level, but there's always a few that come out of the college ranks. This is a team that looks pretty skilled offensively. They just haven't had enough possession to really challenge this Cavaliers defense.
Here we are in the fourth quarter, 13-goal game, and Petey Lasalla is still out there. A warrior, described by head coach Lars Tiffany, who won
the game. If you watch, I mean, it's kind of funny, you watch this game for Virginia, some of the people who were playing midfield are now playing attack. I mean, they really are a positionless team. They don't care if you're a midi in high school or an attackman in high school. They're going to find the best place to put you in on the field. I mean, Connor Schellenberger last year started as a midi, right? Matt Moore started as a midi. They put the 6 best players.
You know what that's like. Winning breeds better recruiting and more winning, right?
Absolutely.
New York Life player spotlight. How quick is his release? I didn't really capture it in real time properly until we just saw that package of them back to back to back. I mean, that is...
It's fluid.
Syracuse, they lost twice to that Orange team. Not a good Syracuse team. Win 4 in a row, NCAA champions, and then could we be looking back?
Again, you look at this Virginia attack, right? That's Will Corey, one of their second-line middies.
Center of the face-offs all night long. That's usually what Dimitri George does this season. He came in 59%, but Lasalla was too good early, and often Virginia got out to an early lead and never looked back. You would never know that the seniors battling through some injuries. His desire to compete, Lars Tiffany calling him a warrior, and the actions speak louder than words. He has been a warrior for this Virginia team tonight.
Yeah, he is one tough kid. He works hard in the weight room. He works hard on the field. What you love to hear is that he's a better person than he is player, and that says a lot.
And I think result against Duke on Thursday aside, this Virginia team is still the top team in the ACC. The committee's certain